Hey guys, Kev here, and I just wanted to add a little bit of an intro to this video. So this is going to be about the Urban EDC Jib. So they have a pre-order going right now for the Jib. This is a mini F5.5, and I'll spoil the video a little bit. It's fantastic, guys. It really is. But the main reason I wanted to make this little intro is I did not realize until about the end of the video when I was showing you the versions on their website, they do have liner lock versions of this knife. So this is a frame lock, and I am going to harp on that for a while during this video because I was sad that they didn't have the liner lock version or lefties available. Because I'm left-handed, I can't reverse flick this without an awkward kind of thumb position, and that made me sad. I love this design so much. I love this specific knife so much. So it just made me a little bit sad, and you can tell during the video that I was really wishing that I could reverse flick this left-handed. But they do have liner locks, so you can get it in my Caudabe with the belt satin in liner lock, and you can get the antique bronze with a liner lock, which is really cool of them. I really appreciate them doing some liner locks. And then they also have a blacked out version in frame lock and this titanium version in frame lock as well. They're all $249 to $299, great pricing. And then they have a combo pack where you get all five, because there's a mystery version that you'll get, which is a premium version. And you get all five of those for $9.99, which is actually a steal if you have the money and you love this knife. So check out the video, guys. Appreciate you. I love you. And lefties, we have options. Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a really cool knife to show you. So this just came in today. They started the pre-order for this on the 8th of October, and it runs through Halloween. So hit up Urban EDC, link in the description and pin in the comments. This is the Urban EDC Jib. It's a mini F5.5. I didn't know this existed. I saw it on their Instagram post, or somebody shared it. And of course, I reached right out to Yang Su, the owner, and asked if I could check one out. And he was kind enough to send this my way. I have been a huge fan of the F5.5 for years. It was, I think, my knife of the year, the first year I started YouTube in 2020. I had a titanium one just like this. Now, this is a frame lock. So they changed it to a frame lock. It was a liner lock before. So that's actually possibly going to be a negative for me being a lefty. Now, for the knife in general, as somebody who's right-handed, like most of you are, it probably won't make a difference, but it could make a huge difference for me, unfortunately. Maybe I can convince Yang Su to order some left-handed versions, because Riot will do that, and we all know that's who the OEM is, even though they don't disclose that. There's some milling in there, really nice. It's very lightweight. It's got a similar pocket clip to the OG, but they've got like a cutout here, which is kind of cool. We'll see how this is with the relief cut here. It's a little, aggressive. Hopefully that works in pocket. Clip feels great. Looks like it's raised up just a little bit to get off the lock bar. We'll see. It looks like there might be some pressure on the lock bar, which is not great, but, we have not gotten there yet. Dead centered. You have a brass backspacer. Let me just open her up. Okay, that was me. There it is. Oh, yeah. See, the size and everything is exactly what I would want in a mini F5.5. I'm a little thrown off by the frame lock. I really thought it was just going to be a liner lock like before. But they probably wanted to go thinner, and when you try to do that with a liner lock, it can get tough. Action feels great. You have a crown spine, looks like, which seems to be a change from the original. Still that Vox jimping. Very nice. Same, just clean design. Really like that little anchor right there. Now the jib, the name jib, is a nautical term. I know that nowadays people say there's like a term, cut of your jib or something like that. It basically means you're like the impression you're making. But I believe the term jig in nautical terms has something to do with the flag that you're flying, and how people can identify you with the flag. I guess that's your jig. I don't know. I'm not an expert on nautical terms, but I know Jesper Voxnes is a big nautical guy. He is Danish, and of course they are a notorious sailing nation, so it makes sense. Very cool. The size is perfect. I mean, literally the perfect size for me when it comes to a mini F5.5 or the jig. Finger choil, actually, the funny thing is, I feel like a lot of people's complaint on the F5.5 was the size of the choil being a little bit small. I'm on the lock bar, so I'm locking it up. Just got to get used to that. I'm not right-handed, so that's one of the things that I tend to do when I'm fidgeting right-handed, even though I'm pretty much ambidextrous. I do struggle with right-handed thumb flicks on a frame lock because I just grab like right here. And I honestly do the same thing on left-handed frame locks too. It's just something I do. So again, that's where that liner lock would have been clutch. You know, the smaller you get on a knife, the more a liner lock actually is better. The bigger a knife is, the frame lock, you know, it doesn't really matter because you have so much space. But I think most people would be fine with it. I think it's just me. I'm going to try this left-handed. It's not going to work. Yeah, can't fire it lefty. Even if I try to get off it, yeah, it's tough. Man, that's unfortunate. But it does work with a thumb flick. And again, I'll ask about lefties, but don't know if that would happen. But that would be obviously change the game a little bit. If you're right-handed, I think you're fine. If you've ever had an ace rib or something, that's going to be a little bit smaller. But if you've had a rib, I think, you know, you'll be just fine. The action is great. The thickness is fantastic. I mean, it's got to be a decent thickness. Like, I'm going to guess 0.44, 0.45 maybe? I don't know. Millimeters, Kev. Yeah, right there. Just what I was thinking, 0.45. Overall length, very, close length, 3.6 inches. I mean, since we're here, 91.5 millimeters. Yeah. Beautiful size. I really love that. I never felt like the F5.5 was big, but I definitely don't mind a smaller version of it. That's for sure. So let's close this in. Looking at 6.1 inches, and maybe a little less. I just don't want to really bump that. There we go. I bumped it a little bit. So yeah, right around 6.1. It's 156 millimeters. It's probably a little bit more. I'm just trying to be a little bit gentle here. So good measurements, in my opinion. 6-inch blade. Blade stock is nice, and it's actually in Vanex blade steel. A lot of people are using Vanex steel, including us at Divo Knives, especially when working with Riot, because it's available, and you know, their pricing isn't far off from other premium steels, and I just love Vanex. And I can definitely see if you offered that option to Jesper, if you're putting a collaboration together. Like, this is an Urban EDC knife. It's his design, though. I'm sure he had some input. And if you would offer that to a sailor, I think they would choose Vanex every time, right? Considering its corrosion, it's like rust proof. You know, the only issue that I've had with Vanex is that it can like have water stains if you leave it on for a long time. It can stain the steel, but it's not actually rusting it or corroding it. You know, but just clean your blade off and you're fine. But I did test Vanex once to see how it held up, and I left water on top of it for like a day or something like that, and it evaporated on the blade and kind of stained it, and I couldn't really get it off. And so, something to note. But yeah, Vanex is my favorite steel, so awesome to see it on here. These are priced, I think, very well. You're talking about Riot OEM, you're talking about Urban EDC, you're talking about a collaboration with Voxnez, so, you know, different moving parts there. And this version is $279 on the pre-order. I'm guessing maybe when they come in, they'll be like $299, which I think is the same price that they were for the F5.5s like 4 years ago or something. The full titanium F5.5 and M390, I think, was $299. I think it was. Maybe it was $275, but it wasn't far off from that price. The standard one was like $229, if I remember, when they launched originally. You know, micarta, you had green canvas, natural canvas micarta, I think, with belt satin. You had those options back in the day. Then later on, they did like black denim. They did denim with acid wash. Those were really sexy. They did a carbon fiber, of course. That was dope as fuck. And I think the more premium handled material ones were like $299. So anyway, $279 for this one. They have a version with antique bronze handles or antique brass. We'll look in a second. That one is also $279. Then they have a cool version that's all blacked out. I'm not sure if it's DLC. See if we can check on that. That one's $299 on the pre-order. So I'm guessing that'll be like $325 when they come in. And then there was one other version that I'm not remembering. Oh, there's a micarta version. That is also $279. No, that one's cheaper. I think it's like $249. They have one that's even more affordable in micarta and probably satin. So those are the 4 versions on the pre-order, but there's actually a really cool package they have right now. Suck it, Framelock. So if you're a big fan of this knife like I am, this design like I am, you can get a pre-order package with all of the jibs. So basically for $1,000. So yeah, it's not cheap. And again, my link is in the description. It's going to be pinned in the comment section. If you're dropping a G on jibs, 1, I want to hear about it in the comments. 2, please use my link. Help your boy out with that commission. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. But $9.99 and you get 5 jibs. So if you guys remember correctly, I just named 4 versions. So there's actually a mystery jib that you get in that pre-order package. And I think they said it's not going to be available like on its own when they come in. And it is a premium version. So they're not going to give you like a G10 handle and call it, you know, good. It's going to be a cool premium version. My guess is some kind of Sagaha, right? Like a Blurple with Sagaha would be my guess for a mystery Urban EDC version, but I could be wrong. But anyway, that's like, I think they say it's like less than, I mean, it is. It's less than $200 a knife. If you're talking about $9.99 and you got 5 of them, right? That would basically be $200 a knife. But since it's $9.99, you know, it's a little bit under $200, like $199, you know, 25 or something like that for each one. $199.20 for each one. But that's a good deal. So, you know, you could do that, and then you could sell the other ones off, and, you know, that you don't like, you know. Find out what the mystery one is, and you could, you know, maybe get a little more for that or keep it. So I think it's cool that they're doing something like that. I like when pre-orders are interesting, you know. So I really like this. This does have a brass backspacer, by the way. It really does keep with the F5.5 theme. Like, it's extremely similar to the original. It's just that this one's a frame lock. I will admit, personally, that is a negative for me. I always need to be 100% honest with you guys. The frame lock really hurts it for me. Being left-handed, of course, that hurts. So if I could get a lefty, I would be back on board. I would be buying one of these if I could get a lefty, because then I know I can get a fantastic reverse flick left-handed. You know, I might struggle a little with the thumb flick just because I suck with the frame locks and touching them and stuff. You always have to keep like your index finger off. You see that I'm like locking it up there. But when I do get it, it's like got a nice pop to it. Feels fantastic. Action's ridiculous. Let me check the lockup. No play. No play at all. No play at all. Dialed the in. Yeah, it feels great. So yeah, if I could get a lefty frame lock, I would be all over it. If not, for me personally, it might be a pass. As much as I love this design, and I've wanted a smaller F5.5. Actually, I can't say I've wanted one, but once I heard this was coming, I was like, fuck yes. So, you know. Also, there's got to be a joke out there about the jib. I swear there is. I tried Googling it. I swear there's like a movie or like a scene in a movie or something where somebody says, fuck yo jib. And I could not find anything on it. So if anybody knows a movie line or TV show line or something that involves jib, let me know. Because it's stuck in my head and I swear it's real, but maybe I'm making it up. Google just kept giving me jokes about jobs, movie lines about jobs. So they thought I was just misspelling job. But hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, I love this thing. It's really nice. I just want a left-handed version, or give me a liner lock version. You know, actually, the fact that it is thinner might not matter with the liner lock because it was a thin liner anyway. But it was a titanium liner lock, and then they carbonized the lock face. It's something that you don't see in the knife world very often because it's a risk, right? You can have lock stick issues. But Riot is the only company I would trust with that, and they've done it multiple times. The F5.5, they've made gajillions of those with it. The Maverick S, which was it's such a good knife from Matt Christensen. And those all had titanium liner locks with carbonized lock faces, and I never worried about it. So it wouldn't concern me if they did it on this. And I think I would like that better. but I get it. You know, this is probably going to be more exciting to the masses. Most of you are probably going to prefer this over a liner lock. So I can't argue with that. Just make me a lefty, please. All right, let me show you on the website, and then I'll get you guys out of here. Really cool. These are on pre-order until Halloween, so if you're going to pick one up, you want to get one during that time frame. It's got that beautiful Riot belt satin, guys. This knife just brings back so much happiness and memories for me with the channel and just in general. It's actually kind of surprising that I don't have an F5.5 in my collection right now. I don't think I do. I have to check. I might have one like in a sentimental box somewhere, case somewhere. I don't think that I have any F5.5s, which is wild to think about because I've had so many over the years. Yeah. But I like this, honestly, better. I like this design, size, feel. I like it better. I mean, the choil is better. I mean, I swear it's bigger than the one on the F5.5. Or maybe it's the same and it just feels bigger because it's shrunk down. But I'm glad they didn't, like, shrink down the choil more because this is really comfortable in the hand in this size. This might be one of Voxnez's best ergonomic knives. I just love this size so much. It's kind of like an Ace Riv, but to me it's more usable. An Ace Riv, it's just a little too small. Where this, I think, is just right for my hand. You know what I mean? I guess I didn't measure the blade length. My guess is 2.75 maybe. Yep, that's pretty much what it is. There's 2.5. Yeah, maybe 2.75 overall. The cutting edge is only 2.25. So I mean, it's a smaller size knife. That's for sure. Very cool. Yeah, I'm digging it. I love how slim it is too. And if you guys remember, this is another vote towards frame lock. You know, if you guys remember the original F5.5, if you have one or you had one or whatever, it had a little bit of weight to it. The full tie versions, like even the micarta ones, I think had a little weight to them because they actually had full titanium liners underneath the scales, which was cool. And kind of unique in a way, the way they designed that one. But this does not have that. This has beautiful milling pockets underneath there. You can kind of see them. Let's see if I can show you. You can see those beautiful milling pockets all throughout. I mean, they didn't waste a single inch of the material. It's on this side as well. So it is milled out to the gills. So the weight is going to be very lightweight, probably coming in under 3 ounces would be my guess. Let's take a look here. Man, I can just keep playing with this thing all day. Damn. I almost don't care about the frame lock. Kind of want to just, you know, not worry about it. I can put my finger up here. If you guys know, I never say that. If I can't flick it naturally, like I want to be able to just pick up the knife and flick it left-handed. And if I can't, you know, then I usually am not going to give it a positive lefty, you know, review or whatever you want. I don't know how you would. For left-handed people, I'm saying. But I love this design so much. It has so much sentimental value to me that I'm kind of like, I don't care. I'll just put my finger over here and flick it. And I mean, once it's open, dude, oh my God, this is going to be an amazing cutter. So they're saying that the retail price of the 5 jib package would be $15.05, and you're getting it for $9.99. So that's pretty nice. But you don't know what that last one is, you know? So that's the tricky part. So our version here, bronze backspacer, bead blasted, titanium, frame lock, satin, Van X, super clean, $279. I have no qualms about that price. Then you have a dark washed Van X, so acid washed Van X, and antique bronzed liner lock. What? They do have liner locks. Fuck me. So they have a liner lock version of this? No. Yes. No. Yes. Dude. They have it. But is it only the antique bronze? Because I don't want the weight of that. But that's crazy that they did both. That's so cool. Glad I looked at this because... Oh, that's so cool. Is there... Oh, shit. Just in case I get in trouble for that. Let me see that liner lock, baby. Come on, dude. Give me... Oh, yeah, dude. Still looks good, man. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's so cool. Did they give the weight on this? Yeah, 4.6 ounces on that one, though. I mean, it's not like heavy, but for the size, you know. Don't love that, but everything else, oh man, that's so cool. All right, then you have a green and satin micarta. Now, is this... Oh, this is a liner lock too, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. That is so cool. So if you're left-handed, guys, rejoice. Everything's okay. We can just get different versions. $259, by the way, for that one. How cool is that? Use my link. It's down there. You know what I'm saying? This one is probably going to be a frame lock. Yep, frame lock. Dude, I'm glad I looked at this because, come on. Work website. Trying to show people something here. Come on. All right, I'm going to set that to the side while I keep talking. So, yeah, that's awesome. They have liner lock versions. So, I almost need to add something into this video just to, you know, so I don't ramble for 20 minutes about it without you guys knowing. So, I'll probably add something to the beginning of this. See if I can find it. Here we go. So, here is a black-washed Van X and black-washed frame lock with bronze backspacers. I think it's PVD. It's not DLC, I'm pretty sure. Just looking at it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it just says black wash. Usually if it's DLC, you're going to advertise that. You know what I'm saying? So it does match the F5.5 geometry. So I don't know if that means the size, but yeah, 2.9 ounces on the frame lock version. Yeah, under 3, just like I thought. The micarta one's probably 2.7, 2.5 maybe. 2.4 on the micarta. So, yeah, a lot of options, guys. That really is a game changer that they did some liner locks. So, I'm really happy about that. Although this is my version, you know. Unless they did a carbon fiber one, I would want this version. So, still want a lefty, but that's awesome. Great job, Urban EDC. I'm so glad you did some in liner locks. Genius. All right. So that's it, guys. That's the Urban EDC jib. And yeah, the pre-order's open through Halloween, so don't miss it. If you're an F5.5 fan like I am, this is awesome. I'm just super glad that we're seeing kind of a comeback here on this design, because this is one of the iconic knife designs of the decade, I would say. For me, 100%, it's like one of my top 3 favorite designs of all time. So that's why I'm, you know, a little bit cuckoo over here. So shout out to Young Su. Thank you for letting me check this out. I really appreciate you sending it. I'm going to include this into the pass around group so that other guys can check it out and we'll get their take on it. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. If you want to pick one up, use that link that's down there. I appreciate that very much. Of course, that's completely up to you, as always. And I love you guys. I really do. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I'll catch you later. Peace.